Hi and welcome back. Last time we made this. So like complex, multi-layered, fully modulated, activated drone. And what I wanted to do this time around was add a kick drum to this and set up the side chaining and start to continue building the foundations of a track. I think this is going to have probably sort of two more drone type layers, or maybe like an arpeggio layer or something like that on it. And then it'll have a few sort of percussion elements as well. But I thought we'd just kind of jump straight to a kick, do some sort of sequencing with it and set up that side chain and get it working with the drone. Let's go. So like I said before, what I do is the top row is usually my drone synth sounds, and then bottom is my percussion sounds. So 9 is always going to be my kick. It's right there. That's just kind of what I do. Let's set this up so that we go here and choose FM drum, and then let's have a play with this. So what I want to do with this is I want a big boomy kick drum that's got a bit of punch, that's going to kind of cut through, and then use the side chaining ability in the compressor over here in the mixer to be able to get that working with the drone. So there's room for both to be able to go with. Last time I showed you how to kind of set up the keyboard, or how I like to set the keyboard up. So just really quickly, I've got my root note, I've got my scale, and I've got keyboard fold on. And again, this lets me jump algorithms pretty quickly. Too low. That's kind of where I want to be. Let's give it a little bit of kick. Kind of happy with the algorithm. I haven't kind of messed around with a lot of the algorithms in FM drum, so I don't know, it's probably not the video to do this. So let's just get a kick happening through here. I want these to be zip, zup, zoop, and just work with the and a bit of body. And a bit of transient. That's good, but what I'm going to do is high pass filter that to get right down. And then the fun stuff's going to come in the filter, and I reverse engineered one of the presets in here and saw that they were using the equalizer. So one of the things that I usually do, and let's just try that really quickly, because putting it all the way to a high pass filter and then bringing this down and then kicking some resonance in to find, and let's just get a bit of overdrive. So this is good. You can hear as I find that resonant spot, and it boom. And let's change the mode. It's good. Like, I like it. I like it a lot, but what's going to happen is, because there's so many low frequencies going on in my drone, and I'll probably jump back to track 1 and just roll off the low end a little bit in conjunction with the sidechain. But I just wanted to show you this. So remember, and then let's try the equalizer. And same thing, but let's it's a different timbre. It's like, it's not as kind of resonant and sort of low frequency sine wavy kind of going through, but it really just sort of lets and instead it's just emphasizing that peak. I'm kind of happy with that. So our amp's got a good amount of attack. We've got control over the decay time. Pre-filter, what happens if we go post-filter? No. That's a happy place. And again, just finding those spots of how you can have kind of variations within the same pattern, or things to play with as I'm improvising and performing live. The only other thing might be just that little bit of noise just really kind of activates that overdrive and gives it a little bit more texture. Okay. All right. Let's just go into, missed it there, and we're going to sidechain, and we're going to sidechain track 9, and we can just kind of play with that as we go. Let's just mix it up a bit. Good. And the other thing was, maybe let's just put like a bit of Euclidean onto this. So let's just see if I can remember. Yes, it is. So the sequencer, Euclidean on. If I turn that on there, we can see where we're going. 5. Here we go. So this is where I get confused. So let's just go back into here and drop the tuning down. Because with Euclidean, I think what I'm missing is I'm missing where the default note is. Oh, I know. So let's go into here and turn this off. And then I'm in record. And if I'm... Oh, yep, I changed that. Let's go back. So where am I in the scheme of things? I'm 3 octaves down. So that most likely is all the way down here. Let's try 2. And just going to mute track 1 to begin with. That's it. Okay, cool. So now when I'm here and I've got this one, I should be able to go function sequencer and turn euclidean on, and then theoretically these should all be that note. Is that right? Ha ha ha. See, only on that one. What am I doing wrong? I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. Euclidean. So that means I am going to actually have to turn that off, get rid of that. But see, then it goes out of my notes. So if I do this, tell me if I do this and and put them everywhere, and then go like this, and then go like that. Yeah, okay. So every note is that, so as I let's try. Sorry, I got lost there listening to that. That was working pretty well. I don't know, you probably saw that just I quickly swapped to track 1. I went into the filter and then I just rolled off the low end on that drone a little bit just to give that kick drum a little bit more. And the other thing that I think I forgot is in track 9 in synth, isn't there a way to do noise reset on? And is there a waveform reset? No, it's just that. Okay. Oh, one more. Just sorry. Oh, it's so good. Let's go. that's part 2, adding a kick drum. I'm just gonna, while you're here, let's just jump over to track 10 and build a little snare. So synth, machine, FM drum, yes please. All right, keyboard. Shouldn't matter, because what I'm gonna do is drop my body level all the way down and get some noise, crunchy noise, and some transient. And does the transient, if I go down octaves? No, doesn't. So it's really more about Yep. Because I want to do that. I want to modulate the decay time and or parameter lock that to be able to make that this thing. There's not a lot of other things that I'll kind of want to modulate. I mean, that's kind of nice too. Let's think about that in a minute. I'm just going to roll a little bit of okay, what did I say I was going to do? I was going to modulate the granular noise and the decay. Okay, so let's just start with the decay. Filter, amp, decay time, yes. Random, pretty slow. And I do want it to be locked to the speed that it's going, and not much. Cool. All right, so record on, let's do this. Hit the trig, and I want the probability low on these two. And we're almost done. Let's just have a listen. How about I unmute it? kind of cool in that is because in the drone in track 1, I modulated that feedback level with a random. It's almost like there's a second layer of snare that's kind of coming in through that. Cool. Thanks very much for listening to part 2 of building a track. We've done first drone voice, a kick. We looked at sidechaining that in there and getting the kick and the drone to have their own space but kind of work in together. And then we've added a snare, and you can see that even just with kind of 3 tracks, it's a very, very laid, dense sound. Go the Digitone II. Give me some kick drum tips in the comments. I'm all about building the kicks and trying to learn how to build those from scratch. Is there anything in here that I did that was like a bit weird that that I shouldn't be doing? Because I'm very aware of how this should sound and how this should make the speaker kind of react when you're kicking it out. I'm doing all of this in headphones, so if you've got any hints or tips around really making that kick drum punch. I know that like putting the delay on the kick drum can be a little bit of a no-no, but it's just giving that extra kind of level. And if in my delay I've got like the low frequencies rolled off with a high pass, and then also those higher frequencies cut off, shouldn't be kind of muddying it too much. And as much as I want to kind of just go nuts with the reverb, oh yeah, I know that's a bit of a no-no. And the drone's doing that for me anyway. Okay, thanks. Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, do whatever. Let me know in the comments if there's anything in the Digitone you want me to do more of, and I'll do part 3. I think I want to do another drone layer, and I think I want to put a hi-hat and then a couple of sort of texture layers in that. So maybe stay around for part 3. Bye.